What's up, YouTube? It's Richie from Boston. Today is the 29th of November, 2017. And we have 64 people in the chat, 69 people in the chat, 103 thumbs up, which is astounding, and 8 thumbs down, which is predictable. Mimi Praise has the wrench. Jemima Puddle Duck has the wrench. There is one more wielding the wrench. I believe it is Sandy Carpenter, but I'm not positive. And Ryan in North Carolina has the wrench as well. What's up, people? A lot of people in the chat already. That's crazy. That's crazy. Whoa, chat is moving so fast, it's hard to follow. How did you do that? It's hard. That's not why, blah, blah. What? What is this? Oh, I think I just slowed the chat down. That's crazy. Let me ask you, has everyone else noticed that their computers will not stop updating? They continually continue to update, or your iPhone for that matter. I have a 6-year-old iPhone 5S, and I refuse to get a new one because the only reason I even use the thing, because I hate when people call me and I hate when people text me. I use it because I can stream on it. And if I get a new phone, I lose my unlimited streaming. So there's that. But it's amazing that the phone will decide if you do not acknowledge the update, it'll simply take away your ability to take pictures, use video, upload. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It is literally electronic. Oh my, I forgot the word. Electronic extortion. There it is. Electronic extortion. And did you guys happen to catch the video by Barhug Roughhouser, or Builder Rejected? He has a new YouTube channel called Builder Rejected. And he was talking about exactly what I was talking about when I said I discovered mushrooms in my yard in the middle of the summer, in the middle of the day. And he went into this entire thing about, let me see if I can even find this, actually. I bet you I can. He went into this entire thing about they're killing the sun so that they can allow other entities that live in another realm that can't take our sun to come up here and live on the earth. It's a stretch, but they are definitely blocking out the sun for some reason, and it's not because of global warming, because they are the ones creating global climate change by messing up when you continue to meddle and mess with the atmosphere, you're going to cause all sorts of weather anomalies. You know what I'm saying? And that's all there is to it. No two ways about it. Enough said. But he pointed out some seriously good things, not for humanity, but in that realm. Do you see what I'm saying? The sun is been sufficiently blocked out that we are now having mold, algae, and mushrooms, things that cannot take the sunlight, now growing out in the open. How's that? All right. How's that? I was having a hard time getting that one out. Okay. Here's an idea. If you decide that you want to text me, even though I don't text you, identify yourself. It amazes me how many people just send me these random messages that make absolutely no sense to me whatsoever at all, and don't even say who they are. I find that really strange, but I digress. Now, let's do this. Let's do a screen share if that's at all possible. I think I got it figured out. Let's do a screen share. Bang, bing. I think I got it. Where was I? I got too many windows open. I lost it completely. Did I? Stand by. I'm effing this up. All right. So Saturnalia, I discovered that there's a thing going on where they're inverting Christmas trees this year. Now, everybody loves Christmas, 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 Christmas. But it turns out that even with technology, Christmas is no longer what it used to be whatsoever at all. There isn't even any goodwill towards men or any of that stuff. It is turning into exactly what it always was. Saturnalia was a festival in Rome dedicated to the god Saturn. And Rape, rob, pillage, orgies, do whatever you want. There was no issue with it. Everything was good. You couldn't get in any trouble. So for this live stream, I decided to real quick pull up the meaning of that. And this is what I found, which I find really strange. So check this out. Wow, screen sharing is so, they've made it so difficult to do anything on YouTube. I think I'm screen sharing this. I typed in the word Saturnalia, and this is what I got. Unbelievable how difficult this is, man. This is pissing me off. Okay, let's try this again. Present to everyone. I found the first, there's 124,000 results. And the very first one is this poem by Marilyn Manson called Saturnalia. When all your demons die, even if just one survives, I will still be there to hold you no matter how cold you are, no matter how cold you are. It's not even a good, it actually sucks. It's not even a good song, but I find it strange that it's the very, very top result. Marilyn Manson, Marilyn Manson, Marilyn Manson. Oh, it's all Marilyn Manson. So that's odd. That's strange. See how I did that? Exactly. Bar hug Roughhouser. Builder rejected. So it led me back to this right here this morning, where as soon as I saw this inverted Christmas tree thing, it literally made me think of Stranger Things. ODD did a video on the Netflix show Stranger Things, which is basically a takeoff of the Montauk Project. It shows a bunch of kids being immersed in water, and they have special powers and blah, 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 and they go to another dimension, which they call the Upside Down. Well, back when the Gothard Tunnel ritual occurred, that was one of the things that kept popping up on the screen. I kept quacking about this because the Gothard Tunnel ritual was an enormous, not hidden, not veiled, no pun intended, at all, enormous satanic summoning ritual. They showed it to everybody, to the point where RT and a couple of other kind of halfway decent, a little bit not completely owned or whatever mainstream media outlets said, hey, this is a really satanic thing. But long story longer, this caught my eye. This was something that they wanted to present to people. This is something they wanted to bring out. And people are such unbelievably easily swayed, grass chomping, cell phone typing sheep that they think that putting a Christmas tree upside down is somehow a good idea. It's bad enough that you're bringing a tree into the house and decorating it with gold and silver. And then every time you bend over to pick up a gift that's placed under the tree, you're literally bowing to the tree. So you're doing a huge ritual on its own. And apparently this year they need to get as much energy squoze out of the human batteries that we've turned into, that they want people to invert their Christmas trees, a la the Gothard Tunnel ritual and, you know, the upside down, everything else as above, so below. I mean, it's pretty flagrant. And yet, if it says the word trendy, people will do it because it's so amazing how well the broadcasting, the spell casting, how well Hollywood's wand has worked on these people, because they will do pretty much everything that these guys want them to do and more. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy to me. And then I just happened to find an article, or somebody sent it to me, I don't recall, that shows that Facebook is now pushing forward with this under the guise of, if we can help stop people that are going to commit suicide, well, that'll be great. So we developed an application where AI can literally read your thoughts through the computer. They've got people like, what's her name? What is her name? Regina, the creepy lady that looks like an alien in a skin suit. Regina Dugan, pumping up the crowds while she's standing in front of an enormous purple, red and blue equals purple, and a crap load of demonic sigils telling everybody how great it'll be. You know what I mean? It'll be so great. We will, of course, we won't read your mind. You know, we'll only read what you want to type. That doesn't even make any sense. If it can read your mind, it can read your mind. How is it going to differentiate between what's private and what isn't? This is a crazy time that we're going into, and I can't stress it enough. If they're telling about us, if they're telling us about it, it's done. That's my opinion. So for whatever that's worth, there you go. At any rate, I closed the blinds so the sun didn't come through. But every time I do this, the sun's right behind my house, which is really strange because the sun's never, ever out. You know what I mean? Except when I live stream, which is odd. Now, I literally just had 2 helicopters fly over my house again. And now I do sound like Mel Gibson in a conspiracy movie, but it's strange because there's no military bases anywhere around here at all. And 2 troop carriers just went right over my house. That makes about 7 times in the last 4 weeks that I've had a military helicopters fly directly and perfectly over my head. So whatever. It made me think to ask a question, and this question's going to suck, but think about it because it's coming way faster than we possibly thought it was. They're not going with martial law. They're not going to go with any of that crap. It is funny. It is strange that they've decided to say that North Korea shot a missile towards Japan yesterday. I didn't see that one coming, and apparently neither did Japan, and it probably didn't even happen, but that's where they're going to go. They need to keep everybody in fear. I think they figured out that ISIS isn't working anymore, so they pulled North Korea out of the hat again. That's worrisome. Now, I've had several other channels. The Potter's Clay caught onto it, and I've had a lot of emails from people that are saying, I work at certain places, but I can't tell you where it is. We're getting ready for war. We're getting ready for war. I can't verify who these people are, and they can't verify who they are, but I'm getting them an awful lot lately. So is it AI sending me emails trying to get me to tell you guys what I just said? It's hard to tell. It is literally like we're living in an illusion right now, and it's starting to freak me out a little bit, but it is what it is. Look at that. It was just echoing. Let me ask you, I have to do this quite often. We're going to be tormented. We're going to be cast out. We're going to be imprisoned. We're the ones that are awake. Life already sucks enough as it is. You know, when we're all chatting together and we're doing a live stream and you're talking, you know, when you're talking to someone else that's awake, everything is great. But in the regular world, I literally skipped my 50th birthday this year and skipped Thanksgiving completely because I don't want to deal with it. I can't even really interact with anybody anymore because all they do is talk about shopping, sports, and politics as though it is something real. It completely eludes detection to people that the president is a 70-year-old dude who's an actor. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny because he was saying the same exact stuff that I say years ago. Obama's birth certificate, 9/11, etc., blah, blah, blah. And now all of that's gone. Everything's fine. And people fell for Trump hook, line, and sinker like he was literally something different than everybody else was. Turns out he's just the next iteration of bread and circus to keep the people arguing and fighting between themselves. But I can't help but think about the Economist cover, 2017, where he's sitting on top of the world. He's holding a scepter in one hand. And then in the inside, it shows North Korea, a nuclear weapon, and everything underwater. This guy's going to bring us to war. Apparently, they're going to need a war. And I can't quite figure out how it all plays right now, how it all ties in together right now. But literally, out of the blue, all of a sudden, I mean, Japan calls a emergency session of the United Nations. You know what they're going to go with this. Just in time for Saturnalia. Maybe they're going to do a mass sacrifice for December 25th. It's hard to tell, but it would stand to reason because I've already come to the conclusion, and so having a lot of other really big channels that you follow, 2018 is going to be a horror show, and 2018 breaks down into 9/11 quite nicely. Are you going to be able to withstand? Are you going to be able to take it when these guys literally come calling? Because I don't think they're just going to kill us. I think they're going to try to take over everybody using 5G, like we've been talking about for the longest time. Are you going to be able to withstand this? Because I think about it all the time, and it's not a cool thing to think about. It sucks, but it says we're going to be tormented and we're going to be captured 10 days. I don't know the exact story. Are you going to be able to withstand? Or are you going to absolutely bow and break? Because I'm not going out like that. I absolutely refuse. And I hate to pose the question, but we got to think about this. This is coming faster than we ever imagined. I was talking to someone the other day. I said, people like ourselves that are awake or trying to awaken, I think we'll notice when they flip the switch. I think the awake, I think the people that are completely asleep and stuck in the matrix, they're going to flip the 5G switch, and these people are never going to realize there was any time before when the switch flips. Do you see what I'm saying? They're not going to remember freedom. They're not going to remember their childhood. They're not going to remember anything, because if this does what we think it's going to do, it's literally going to override your memories and give you false memories. It's going to be like the greatest hypnosis ever done, ever. And we already know they can broadcast on a mass scale because they do it now on a smaller level using television. They're going way above radio waves and using 5G. And I'm already getting the emails because the towers are already going up. A woman sent me one yesterday and she showed pictures. It's within 100 feet of her house in the middle of a residential neighborhood. So yes, they're really doing this. It's really happening, and they're really going to be everywhere. 50,000 5G cell phone towers in California alone. Think about that. Think about that. Think about 50,000 in 50 states. That would be a ridiculous, overwhelming number. Now think about that in just one state alone. That's crazy. The amount of Wi-Fi, even if it wasn't being used for nefarious reasons, which it absolutely, without a doubt, is, think about the amount of frequencies and how strong they are and how badly it's going to affect children, newborns, elderly, everybody. And they're going to do it anyways. It's so blatant and obvious at this point that people are actually coming out that work in this field talking about how bad this is, because apparently they can't see the forest for the trees. They just think that everybody, they think it's government oversight. No, they just don't understand the dangers. They damn well know the dangers. They're doing it intentionally. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're in a big, big whole heap of trouble right here. And then all of a sudden we got North Korea in the mix. Not that I think that North Korea is anything whatsoever at all, because I personally don't know anybody in the half century I've been alive that's actually been to North Korea. For all we know, North Korea could be a construct that they completely made up. But they're using it and saying that they threatened and they shot this missile far, far away. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is all bullshit, but it doesn't matter. It's the fact that they're putting the story out there right now. At any rate, I might have got way off the subject, but it is what it is. Listen, if you don't know how, drop to your knees. In Jesus' name, I come to you, God. Please allow me to don the full armor of God. And that's pretty much all you can do. At any rate, Richie from Boston, like, share, subscribe, or don't. I'm out.